slide. The kicker stands ready. And we are underway from Miami. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Man. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The first carry now. This is Williams. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. This defense for the Dolphins very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Man. Yeah, that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Now Hill to return it. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 45-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. When you look at this Bronco defense, they enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
And he was going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That deep. Having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go. Achane. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back? I've got this call.
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The Dolphins at 9-2 to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need to tip the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Achane is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Achane once more. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane with career touchdown number 60. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, 1st quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Man. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw again. Man. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Man. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game. It's certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And this returnable for Hill. That'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. But what coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams on defense and may blitz more.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. The drive starts with a completion, left side, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. To throw on second down. Man, and that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off-play action. Man, he's going to look deep for more. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ashton Davis. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he...
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now Williams running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Broncos 7.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. You know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Back to throw, Watson. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Throwing again is Watson. On the slant, he's got Davis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 120 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Out of the gun, Watson. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And it'll find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. Maybe a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And they'll bring Judy in motion right.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Able to slither by.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down and 4.
Back to throw.
Man. Tanner Hughes
able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Drop 50, drop 50. 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw.
Man.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Man. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. Man, firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Hill on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Here's Watson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They're going to look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Watson on 1st down. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson rolling to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. On 1st and 10, Watson. This will be caught. It's Waddle. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 142 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Achane here. They stay on the ground.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Watson. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, in a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off the play fake. Man. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Off play action. Man, the Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. That time Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Watch out for Hill on the return. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 181 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effect.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready, set.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Ready.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Okay, ready?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Now, 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Buffalo 18. Ready?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Hold the ready.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready.
Back to throw. Man. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
At the 27-yard line.
Now Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Ready.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down. Man, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with them to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Watson changing the play. Up the middle, Achane. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run. Achane. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd down. Man. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on third down, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Man, and the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
7 Pirates. Dragon 60. Panther 11. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Man. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Trap 60.
Looking to throw. Man. Got his man, it's Dulcich. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
First down, Broncos.
On 1st and 10. Man. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
2nd and 10.
Broncos.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Come on.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Cam Smith. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
It's so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Miami, they continue to be one of the best teams around.